So, whoo, that last video was a lot. But I just wanted to give y'all an update in this video. You got home?
Yeah.
Okay, Cairo wants to say hi. Nasim is at school right now.
Yeah.
What do you want to say?
We just got home.
We just got home, yeah. Okay. That's it?
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to say thank you about all the support from our last video and give you an update on Nasim's schooling. So, as I mentioned in the comments, actually, I didn't mention it in the video, but that video was really hard for me to not only edit, but for me to like upload. Like, I just felt so vulnerable. But at the same time, I knew that, like, you know, you guys are following this journey, and it isn't something that I feel like is too much. It was just like, this is so many emotions. Do I really want to like share this? It wasn't about what I was like talking about. It was just like my like big emotions. But I thank you all for like the encouragement and the positivity. I have said this before, but I feel like we have one of the best communities here on YouTube. You guys are always so positive and so just, I don't know, just so amazing. But so that video was Nasim's first day of school, and it was a lot for me. Coming from homeschooling him, being able to see his progress and know what he's doing throughout the day and help him and communicate with him all day, to going back to like the school setting where I'm not there. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if he's having trouble, anything like that. And also, we were coming from a district that was not very like, it wasn't the best. Let's just say that. Like, it just wasn't the best. I would ask the teacher like, hey, can I get like more communication? Or if I had trouble with something, like sometimes it would just be kind of like, it wasn't done on purpose, I don't think, but like my feelings or my emotions weren't taken into account. It was just kind of like, girl, that's fine. And I just didn't like that. So I guess I was like used to like not really being taken serious or like fully supported in the way that I would want to be supported. Like, even when it came to like parent-teacher conferences, it would just be like, oh, you know, Nasim is just being Nasim. That wasn't very helpful to me. But I trusted the teacher that he had, and I knew he was safe, but I always didn't know like what he was learning, or if progression was really being made, or if it was almost like a babysitting situation. So when I thought about putting him back in school, I was just like, I wouldn't call it traumatized, but I just didn't have a good experience, so I really didn't know what to expect. So I was kind of like, okay, like nervous. So when I was, that moment that you saw me just like kind of like just releasing it all, it was just me like kind of coming to reality that like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? Like, is this the right thing to do for him? But I will say that I have a lot of things going on right now. Nothing crazy, but like in the upcoming months, which I will tell y'all about, but in the upcoming months, I just know that it will be really tough during the day for me to like give him the attention that he needs. And I feel like I can supplement for sure, but like being that main person, it would kind of be tough on all of us. So it was just, and Nasim kept asking to go to school. Nasim like loves the school setting. He like loves it. Even though I just always felt like maybe that's not the best place for him to be, he actually enjoys going to school. He likes it. And I really didn't feel like I could find like something that really mimicked that outside of the school where he really fit in. So with all of that, yeah. But I will say Nasim has now done a full week of school, and like a full week and like couple days. But he's done a full week of school, and I will say that like I am thoroughly impressed. It is a 180 coming from the district that we came from, like 180. The moment that I contacted the district, they called me back when they said they were going to come back to our other district. You'd be lucky to hear from anybody, and you just have to like stay on top of them. Like they were not keeping themselves accountable or in line or on schedule. You had to like be on top of them about a lot of stuff. So even when it came to like this district, like when they called, I'm jumping all over the place, but like they called me when they said they were gonna call me. One person called me, they're like, hey, we got his IEP, but we have a couple questions, da 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 da. And they were like, we contacted them, but I just stopped her and said, listen, you're probably not gonna hear back from them because they're just not that great. And they did not hear. They haven't heard back from them, and we're moving on. It's fine. He has a new IEP coming up, and we're just gonna take it from there. But like every time they said they were gonna call me, like right before the new year started, like is when we kind of made the like full decision. And so like obviously there's a process with like, you know, getting them into the school and into the right classroom and all of that. But like when they said they were gonna call me, they were calling me. Even if they didn't have like big information, they still called me to say, hey, we don't know, blah, 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 but we're just like basically tapping in. I never experienced that. Yes, Cairo?
I want a ball.
Okay, I'll get it for you in a second.
Okay.
I never experienced that. And it is so crazy. Like, this is a high rated district. I'm not saying that it's it's perfect. And I'm not even saying that it's the best place for Nasim to be, because I don't know that yet. It hasn't been long enough. But the experience that I've experienced so far is a 180, and it makes me feel so much better. I feel like the teacher is very collaborative. Like before he got into her classroom, we had like a 45-minute talk on the phone after she had already read through his IEP. She still had questions, so we had a 45-minute, I don't know, it could have been a little bit long because your girl liked to talk. But anyways, when she asked me questions, I tried to give her as much information as possible. When he started, I told her, well, when we were on that conversation, I told her the things that I didn't like. I told her the things that were concerning to me. I told her the things that I was looking for and that would be helpful. And she like took that to heart. Like she cared. I don't know, like, I don't know how else to put it. She really like listened. And when he first started, one of the things that I told her before he started was I really wanted communication. When he first started, I reiterated that and said, hey, you know, I know he's just starting, and if you have any questions, please ask me. Like, if we could be in communication, that would be so helpful, so that I could help you help him and vice versa. So this lady did exactly that. She did it. She wrote me a couple long messages with the questions that she had. She even asked me what she should use for cleaning his glasses, because she didn't even want to scratch them off. Like, it's just different. The work that he has come home with, that he's completed, is like level appropriate. The stuff that he was coming home with before, I was like, who's doing this work? Because I know, I'm not discrediting him, I'm not, but I'm just like, he not doing this work. And if you think that you're gonna send this home for homework and we're gonna do it when he doesn't even understand like this, like, we just skipped a whole bunch of steps to go to this. Like, is this what the classroom is like? Is he going off of other people's, like, other kids' developmental level, and then he's just there? Because this is not his developmental level, I can promise you. But his new school, his new teacher, he comes home with things, and I'm like, yeah, that work seems appropriate. that seems like it's not all over your head. That seems like something you can do. That seems like what you should be working on. And I like it. It's just better. Another thing that I really like about this district is the inclusion that is on display. Like, we did not have that. We did not have that. I told his teacher about it and she was just like, oh no. Like, first of all, I see it within the district, but then specifically his teacher, she told me about how she fights for inclusion. And I was just like, that is so amazing. She's even said that, like, cause like, this is gonna sound crazy, but like, Nasim was supposed to get some time in a general education classroom for a certain part of the day. And this was kind of during like the pandemic, but it doesn't matter. He had an IEP, he should still be able to, like, you know, follow through the IEP. But his teacher told me that he was not getting those hours because the teacher, the general education teacher's class that he was gonna be in, she was a germaphobe. What that gotta do with him? What does that have to do with him? But after fighting for so long, I started to let down on my advocacy, and I hated that. But I got tired of fighting them. Having a meeting with this person, meeting with that person, asking him to do this, him coming home with food all over his face, me putting wipes in his bag, and still coming home just looking a mess. Glasses off, glasses lost. Like, I just felt like he's not, yes, he's safe, and yes, his teacher cares about him, but there's some other things. And yes, we had a good relationship with her, but there were some other things that were a little more important to me. Specifically, like him not walking around with food all over his face and coming home to me just a mess. Like, he got on the bus looking like I just started to just not like it. And I will say that I don't know what he's eating at school, at his new school. I don't know, and I'm happy to not know, because he comes home and his face is clean, because I told his teacher about that I didn't like that at the other school. His face is clean, his glasses are on his face, and they're not smudged up all over the place. It was a lot. It was a lot. So maybe that probably puts a little context to those emotions, why the emotions were so big, because my experience before was not that great, and I just didn't know. I felt good about it, but I just truly didn't know what we were stepping into with this new experience. So we will be working with the district to see how we can be more collaborative and support Nasim, and maybe having him still have some one-on-one with me, but we'll have to wait for his IEP to come up. That'll be like soon, and we'll try to work that out. But for now, like, he is at school, he likes it, he likes his teacher. I ask him, does he want to go? I ask him every day, like, and sometimes at night, like, okay, we're going to sleep, like, ready to go to school tomorrow? And he's like, yeah. And gets up, and I'm like, okay, you gotta get up to get some breakfast, you're gonna go to school? And he's like, yeah. So I mean, that's all I can go off of. And his teacher said he hasn't had any issues and he's doing well, and we'll just have to see how it progresses from here. This is not the end all be all. If anything happens with Nasim, we will adjust, we will pivot. If he needs to come back home, he will be back home, like, full time. But so far, I feel like it's going well, and I'm just interested to see how it all, you know, how we finish out at least this school year to start. I will, you know, if things change, if things coming up, like, I'll let y'all know. It's probably helpful for me to share bits of this journey that obviously I'm comfortable with, because at the end of the day, this is still Nasim's life, and I don't take that lightly. So I tried to share my side of the journey and not so much his personal information, if that makes sense. Like some of the stuff, but not everything, because this is life. But I'm also a parent that is going through this, and I feel like there's other parents, as said in the comments, some of y'all have children either with Down syndrome or special needs, or not even a child but a grandchild or a family member, anybody. I think that it's just helpful for me to like share my journey, because when I had not seen, I tried to look for people that were sharing their journey, and honestly I wanted to see people that looked like me. I couldn't really find it. Maybe I would see pictures, or I'd see like one video, but I wanted to see their like experience. I wanted to see like what their life was like with their child, and I genuinely like couldn't find it. So I hope to be like, obviously every child with Down syndrome is not exactly the same, but it's just helpful to know that somebody understands what you're going through, and you can relate to them in whatever way that is. So I will try to share the journey a bit more. And that's why I put that video out, because I was saying to myself, I'm not even gonna put this out. It's so pointless to put this out. It's too emotional. But then I thought, this is a journey that I would like to share, and if I miss this part, it's not gonna make sense. Like, it's just not going to make sense. This is a vital part. It's real. It's my real reaction. It's really how I felt. And so I put it out, and I'm happy that y'all you know, you were graceful and you were encouraging and supportive, and I appreciate that. So yeah, long story short, because I'm long-winded. Long story short, that was my initial reaction, but now things are going well. Thank you all for the support. I appreciate it. I read every single comment. If sometimes I can only heart it, I will, or like it or love it or whatever that symbol is, but I will acknowledge it at the very least. And most of the time I like to actually put a response back to you, because you take the time to genuinely respond to me, and it does take a lot. So I don't always have the energy or the time to do that, but I promise you that I appreciate it, and I read every comment, and thank y'all. So I'm gonna finish on my day, but I'm gonna probably put this in another video, and or put it in this video, I don't know. But just in case I don't put it in this video, I just want to end it with saying, dare to be different, because what makes you different makes you beautiful. We love y'all, and we will see you in the next video.